Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces, October 29, 2022. Early today, there can be some uncertainties or doubts setting in. Decisions shouldn't be made lightly, but if you can't fix something, try not to worry too much about it and save it for a time when you're more patient and have the chance to get to its core. Mercury's square to Pluto can stir up controversy, but it's best not to jump to conclusions, as thoughts and perceptions can be a little extreme right now. Overthinking things is unlikely to lead you to a good place. Instead, you may end up losing some objectivity. Expressing suspicion won't remedy a situation in which a trust problem already exists. Jumping to communicate may not be the wisest choice under these conditions, making it best to observe and adopt a wait-and-see attitude. As the day advances, it becomes far easier to take things less personally. The moon moves out of your sign, and a Venus-Jupiter creative aspect inspires a need to see the best side of situations. An improved routine can be satisfying. Drama is on the docket today. It'd be especially wise to lie low. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet, is orbiting in your solar 12th house of secrets and hidden enemies and will clash violently with Pluto spinning in your solar 3rd house of intellect. Bad news could emerge out of nowhere in the form of suspicion, manipulation, or even gossip. It appears someone may have it out for you, so don't let this trigger you into a war that no one will win. Do your best to breathe through frustration and damage control rather than brandishing your sword. Be mindful of your tone, turf, and timing. Mull over what you want to say before you say it when Mercury in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. You might feel mentally tense, especially if you are struggling to assert your ideas in a peaceful yet strategic way. However, you may feel increasingly stressed the longer you wait to address what is on your mind. Your workplace and immediate community could drastically transform for the better if you speak up. But you should be careful so that there is no unnecessary tension or destruction. The moon might be making an ordinary monthly visit to your income sector, but the timing and the significance set this visit apart. The timing means you have a better sense of where the money is as Jupiter leaves your work sector today, while a friendly aspect to the planets staying on gives you the confidence of knowing nothing will go off the boil. This is also significant in its own right, with the moon making its last visit before the Sun and Venus return to begin the most lucrative weeks of 2022. Whether or not you feel like it, try to force yourself to get out and exercise at least 3 times a week. You have a lot of psychic energy available to you with today's planetary alignment, and you will benefit from getting your blood circulating, your lungs aerated, and your mind relaxed. Running and yoga are a great combination, or, if your knees are not willing, swimming and yoga. Set yourself realistic expectations and feel the sweet sensation of success. Today is going to be positive, notably in terms of your relationships. You will be able to take advantage of this to establish close ties with someone among your family or friends. However, don't rush to be the one that takes the first step, because today's vibrations indicate that you should let those close to you take action first. In addition, try to make the projects you have with others progress and exchange viewpoints with those you collaborate with, but without radically modifying your plans. Being a better listener doesn't mean changing your own opinion. The moon's departure from Scorpio yesterday may have brought the eclipsing new moon earlier in the week to a close, but in the early days of your birthday month and new solar year, the full impact has yet to be revealed. With the moon gone, so too is intensity, and with it the emotional fog of war, with a chance to make sense of what has been an empowering few days. Yet this has left you with your instincts sharp at a time of change, while ensuring you are emotionally engaged as Jupiter retrogrades back out of your work sector and back into a playful and creative part of your chart. 5 months after leaving your romantic sector, Jupiter retrogrades back in for a rare double-dip visit today. In a case of perfect timing, Jupiter returns to find Venus, the planet of love, not only in Scorpio but still in her early days here. As Jupiter returns with an opportunity for a do-over, Venus is looking to the future while the planets of luck and love are now working to breathe new life into matters of the heart. Our eyes in the sky. Today provides wonderful cosmic guidance for all in the area of spiritual development. Listening to your soul is where you'll find the most solace now. The Sagittarius moon propels you through the channels of your most profound inner work and philosophies. Many might have gone completely silent over the last few days because these are the kind of transits where ghosting is very possible. All is not lost with certain connections. It just points to a major overhaul in so many people's lives that it can be extremely difficult to focus on the most mundane of tasks. If someone has disappeared from your life, give them time to circle back around. Tomorrow brings a strong emotional Neptune influence that can have a sleepy and dreamy quality to it. It could be tough to stick to a strict schedule this week, and you might feel lost in the shuffle at times. Ask yourself where your mind seems to keep drifting when you get lost in those proverbial clouds. Maybe you're just being called to your next destination without even realizing it. Today marks a wonderful cycle of poetry, art and relationship connections that can lead you down the path of finding the soul mate of your dreams. Let love be your ultimate guide and muse. You never know what lies just around the corner. In the morning, the moon enters Sagittarius, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, spontaneity is key to our emotional equilibrium. We want options. We want experience. This is a good time to dive into a broad course of study or entertain discussions with people from different walks of life. It is an ideal lunar period for travel, physical exercise, self-exploration, and adventure. Oh, you have some challenges this week. Although you'll feel energized to get everything done, you may have some issues in your workplace or when it comes to your greater career goals. This minor setback is just that. It will move into the past almost as soon as it happens. The universe asks you to be sharp and focused now. It's an ideal week to think about starting a new business. Your work is changing, as is your money picture. Going with the flow means you should accept what's happening now instead of trying to resist it. Your relationships are not only important but also dreamily perfect for this moment in your life. Just a few minutes later, the moon trines Jupiter, its dispositor, in Aries. This aspect exacerbates the enthusiastic nature of the Sagittarius moon, inspiring us to broaden our horizons. We may be able to give something back to others now, acting in the spirit of philanthropy. Behaving generously instills us with greater gratitude for our circumstances. We have an easier time going with the flow and taking things on faith.